Hello, everybody. Monday has come again, so it is time to take another trot through the course. We are in week 6 of the semester, so we're getting really close to the middle. Excuse me. So let's take a look at what's going on in our SLS course this week. As usual, I always like to start with the syllabus just to orient ourselves in terms of where we are. It also doesn't hurt to remind you that if you have a question in most of your college classes, the answer is probably it's on the syllabus. As I mentioned, we're entering week 6, so we are entering a new unit in the Phi Theta Kappa curriculum. So you're going to start the readings this week and the videos for understanding ethical leadership. Your only assignment that's due this week is your discussion board for number 4. And then next week, of course, you'll be completing the ethical leadership with the journal and then responding to others on the discussion board. So let's go to the modules. Let me turn on the student view. We'll take a look at the resources and what's going on in module number 3. So there's a couple of pages this week to look at. The first, of course, should look familiar, the learning materials, and this will contain the Phi Theta Kappa resources, the free version of the Phi Theta Kappa resources, all the stuff that you need to get ready for your assignments. And then there's a bonus here. This is a specific lesson on how to use feedback. And it's really important to make use of the feedback that you get from instructors. Not all instructors are going to give you detailed feedback, but if they do, it's really important that you take a look at it and that you learn from it, not as some kind of oh, this is what you did wrong. But most of us, myself especially, I can speak for myself, not everybody, but I know I spend a lot of time on feedback, not to tell you what you did wrong, other than to help you do it better in the future. So take a look at that when you get a chance. It is in, it's on a regular Canvas page, but it is a video. So take a look at that when you get a chance. It's close to 15 minutes, so it's a little longer than videos probably should be, but there's some good information in there. It will also kind of help you see how to locate your feedback, which of course is not always something people automatically know how to do. So the learning materials for our normal scheduled programming are in the learning materials for understanding ethical leadership. And as usual, of course, there's an overview that kind of lists what we're going to be looking at. You've got your outcomes for what you are going to be able to do by the end of this unit. And then, of course, you've got the 2 versions of the resources, the learning materials, the free version and the links to the PTK Moodle. So in terms of just the readings that you're going to be doing or the pieces, you've got the classic cases based on Victor Hugo, who wrote Les Miserables. So that all goes together. And there's some reading from Les Miserables in there that's fairly long, but it won't take you terribly long to finish it. You also have a leadership profile as usual, which in this particular case is on Confucius, if I could talk today. And then there are a couple of things that go with that in terms of Confucius. I can't talk today. We have a video clip and some information about Confucius specifically with ethical leadership. There's also a link to a reading from part 1 to 4 of the Analects, which you will want to open and read as well. Then, of course, as usual, you have some TED Talks. There are 4 of them. And the recommended film for this unit is The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. It's a really fascinating kind of film based on real things. So take a look at it if you get a chance. Certainly you can read summaries of it and get some information that way. And there's the information that you need for that. In the rest of the readings, we do have a video as usual. The video lecture is there for you as well. And then, of course, to complete the work, you go back to the module itself. And there are 2 assignments in this unit, but of course, only the discussion board is due this week. So let's take a look at what we're doing in this particular discussion board. This is a little bit of a throwback, but there were others that I wanted earlier in the semester. So, but this is on servant leadership. Having explored that concept back in Unit 2, write about a public figure who fits this type of leadership profile. You can certainly have more than one example, and you can also include an example of someone who definitely is not a servant leader. But make sure you have one that is a servant leader, okay? And it really should be an actual person. So that is your assignment for this week. I hope you enjoy it. If you've got any questions, most of you by now know where to find me. If you don't, though, office hours are posted. Got my number. You can always inbox me. There's a Q&A discussion board. There's so many ways to reach out for help. So please do, if you need help, let me know. And I'll be talking to you sometime this week with some additional information. And then, of course, at the end of on next Monday, I'll be back with another video. There won't be new learning materials, but we'll talk a little bit more about the journal for that one. And also, just because it's in the news, if hurricane comes and you do not have power or the internet, find a way to let me know if you can. But try to get your discussion board done ahead of time so that you don't have to worry about that. Everybody have a great week, and I will talk to you next Monday.